So I was hired on April 9th, 2025, at a law office in Glendale, and I was hired as a case manager. Now, an important piece of this story, how did I end up at a law office? Now, I managed the law office way back in 2011-ish, somewhere back there. So I do have experience in the legal field some type of way, as well as business. I have an MBA. But my bachelor's degree is in broadcast journalism, and I've primarily worked in broadcasting, in television, specifically here in LA for the last 10 years. We can get to what I've done later, but at this particular time, I was in the middle of contract negotiations. So I had been working with a production house as well as a television network. I guess I have to tell this now, producing, directing, and hosting various forms of television content. And at this particular time, I was being offered a bigger role in another capacity, actually doing more news content, which was not really what I wanted to do, especially in that capacity. And so we were just in the middle of contract negotiations and we couldn't come to an agreement. And so at that time, this is 2025, I'm like, okay, so let's pivot. This opportunity found me because I really don't remember applying for this position, but they called, I think it was an email. They emailed me and offered me a position as a case manager doing what? Contract negotiations. I thought, you know what? This is a great way for me to sharpen that skill because I'm thinking maybe I'm doing these negotiations incorrectly because I'm working at this production house. I'm doing all of these television things, but that's without an agent, without a manager. I am a self-run, I'm like Maya. I am a self-run business over here. I'm doing the hair. Well, let me stop. I'm doing the hair in this moment. Normally I do have people doing my haircuts and stuff, and braiding my hair. But my point is, it's a one-man show. And so I'm doing all of the contract negotiations and I'm thinking maybe I'm just not good at this. So here's an opportunity for me to make good money, great money actually, to make great money consistently. Because in entertainment, we can say a lot of things, but one thing we can't say is that the money is consistent. We'll revisit this in another topic, but entertainment, I swear, is the only professional or the only profession where you can do great work and people cannot pay you and not pay you well, and it's okay. We'll revisit that on another video. So anyway, this opportunity presents itself, and I'm like, oh, here we go. We can pivot. All these other things can work out whenever they work out. There's no pressure on it now. Like, let's get this consistent paycheck, and it does look great on the resume anytime you add any type of legal profession in there. And again, we're sharpening this tool and maybe I'll learn something. I am a huge student of life. So I'm always looking for opportunities to learn something different or to get better at something. I always welcome that. But anywho, so we take this opportunity. Now, before we end part two, let me also say that I specifically recalled in the interview, I went into this interview. Look, I'm a FAMU graduate. Any of you that have gone to HBCUs, y'all already know one thing we will do well is ace an interview. But we're putting not just our best foot forward, but we are showing you the intent behind the interview. Like when we show up professionally in a suit and tie or shirt and tie or whatever, that is to signal to the employer, hey, you're dealing with a serious candidate here, and this is the type of intensity and professionalism that I'm going to bring to the position. So that's how I show up. Yes, I'm fly. Yes, all of the things. Yes, it's a phenomenal suit. All of the things. So business professional, by the way, which is completely different from other type of attire. Back to the story. So I show up to the interview and I remember in this interview, when I left, I remember thinking like, stay tuned for part 3.